episode we left Esperance and we went all the way to Cactus.
G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we've just got into South Australia. How exciting is that? So new territory. We are buzzing to find some new spots for you. And yeah, we did have home ground advantage when we were in WA, but we certainly don't now. So we are at a spot called Bunda Cliffs. This is that iconic shot of the Australian Bight where the cliff just drops off. It looks like the edge of the world. It's absolutely amazing. Right now it's super overcast, it's about to rain and it's howling. So we're going to show you that tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's a bit better weather. So right now we're going to take you about an hour back in time where we did a bit of a clean up on the side of the road. And yeah, we'll bring you back to the present time.
Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding on too long and unresolved questions hold you down. What could have been a friendly smile has turned into a frown. I'm moving on and on and on.
So guys, we just stopped on the side of the Nullarbor here. We stopped because we're sick and tired of seeing so many plastic bottles with brown liquid in them, and there's no wonder what it is. It's people pissing in a bottle and just throwing it out the window. So it's freaking disgusting. Simple. If you're gonna, I'm not saying don't piss in a bottle, piss in the bottle and then put it in the bin. Don't just hoik it out the window and expect someone else to pick it up. Even worse, kill the environment. It's just shit. I'm over it. And there's two things I need to say to them. One, drink some bloody water. If your piss is brown, you need to hydrate yourself. Number two, if your can fit in a bottle that small, you're seriously compensating. So pull your head in and stop throwing shit out the window, because it's very clear it's just out of control on this road and we don't have the resources to pick it up. Go follow Outback Bush Cleanups and also Operation Bin Chicken on Instagram. They do amazing stuff, very unrecognised work. They pretty much travel Australia picking up rubbish and it's literally so unnecessary. Doesn't need to happen. They shouldn't even need to do that. So anyway, we've spent like what, 5 minutes, Sarah?
5 minutes, and it was literally a 20-metre strip.
Yeah, just both sides of the road. We just had a quick look and I reckon I picked up about 3 piss bottles. And the funny thing is, Grab Me Gear, so a canvas company that's WA made, has actually made a specific bag to pick up rubbish, and Jimmy's been kind enough to supply some to us. And I don't even reckon that this scum that we're picking up, piss bottles, is even worthy of going in a canvas bag. That's how scummy this rubbish is. It's just horrible. Anyway, it's a bit of a sour way to start an episode, but we don't care. It's just horrible. So pull your head in if you are that 1%, and let's keep going.
Alright, one last rant from us is the pooping situation. So if you are travelling and you need to go to the toilet and there's no toilet, don't just shit in the bush and put your toilet paper on the ground. It is disgusting. Dig a cat hole, put your poo in the hole, put your toilet paper in the hole and bury it. It's so foul. Driving along...
At least has a chance to decompose as well. If you leave it out in the open, it's just going to sit there and it's just going to stink and litter. Like, it's just disgusting.
So I'm pretty sure it takes about 6 weeks for toilet paper to break down if it's buried. I'm not too sure if it's just like floating around. So at least
ages.
Yeah, I don't know. It's disgusting. But little lesson from Miss Ellen: dig a cat hole 30 centimeters deep. Put your hot poo in there. Put your toilet paper in there. Bury it and do your part for the environment.
And I challenge people to call other people out on littering. So if you see someone throw something out the window, don't just like let it happen. Go up to them and tell them how wrong it is, because it's just a horrible thing to do. Like, call them out on it. People are just going to keep doing it unless they're embarrassed.
You can sign up to Litter Bug Reporters. It's an online website and you can literally write...
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, it is. I signed up to it. You can take people's number plates and report them for littering online.
But it's just, there's so much on the Nullarbor. Like, we've probably driven past 100 piss bottles today. It's a common thing. It's happening. And anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. We're going to head to what is it?
Bunda Cliffs.
Bunda Cliffs. And yeah, we'll see you when we get there. So we're back in the present time now, guys. Me and Sarah are going to have an early one tonight. We're absolutely shattered. So we're now 2 hours ahead in South Australian time, which is pretty trippy to think about. And we're feeling pretty jet lagged actually. Percy the Prado moves like a bit of a jet, so we're feeling pretty jet lagged. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning and hopefully show you Bunda Cliffs. Phew. Good morning, guys. It's a new morning. Last night was super windy. The whole van was like rocking and shaking. It was insane how windy it gets here. So after having that rant yesterday about the piss bottles, I didn't really clarify why I was so passionate and annoyed about it. We have done this road 7 times in the last year, and we have seen it firsthand. We're actually behind a truck, and they obviously didn't know that we're behind them on the Nullarbor. It was on the longest straight road in the world, and yeah, something got thrown out the window. And it sucks because we had no fuel. We had to pull in at Balladonia, and they just kept going on their way to Norseman. So never saw him again, didn't say anything to him, so he's probably going to do it again. But it's just disappointing to see all these bottles on the side of the road. And next time you guys are on the Nullarbor, have a look on the side of the road, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So it's just disappointing. We've seen it firsthand, and it just seems to continue to happen. It might only be like 10 or 12 people doing it. Yeah, it's just going to add up, and no one's picking it up. So, but it needs to stop, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because we've seen it so much, and yesterday we just saw so many, and it's just getting out of control. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that negative stuff. Let's go see what Sarah's doing. I think she's just about packed up inside the van. The outside of the van I've just packed up. Morning.
Morning.
What are we doing today?
We're going to go look at Bunda Cliffs. It's overcast again, so it's probably going to be just as good as last time, but oh well.
Let's do it.
So this is Bunda Cliffs. It's absolutely amazing. One of the most beautiful places we've ever seen. This is actually a free camp, so you can pretty much stay anywhere here that you want for free. Would not recommend staying right on the cliff because it's so windy here. We were parked behind the dunes last night and the van was still rocking, so definitely try to find a nook, but you have to come out, park here, get some photos. It's so nice.
So just a safety thing, guys, if you do stand so close to the cliff, 2 things can happen. Sometimes the rocks underneath the cliff is actually hollowed out, so don't park your car right on the edge. And when you stand close, the wind here seems to funnel up the rocks and almost pulls you back over the cliff. So like it comes up the cliff and pulls you back over. So don't stand too close because you might get ripped over. And obviously if you have kids, don't let them bloody out and about here. But I sleepwalk too, so we weren't going to camp near the cliff because I could have walked outside the caravan and just stepped over the cliff. So anyway, everyone's painted the rocks here. We've seen a few of our friends, Instagram pages and stuff. We see Wandering Oz there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So we're probably going to hit the road. Next stop is the Nullarbor Roadhouse, and that's actually where we picked the van up about a month ago. So let's go do that. Got to a little shanty town 20 k's off the bitumen called Fowlers Bay.
It's tiny.
Yeah, and we thought we'd check it out. It's actually pretty cool. I reckon it'd be a nice spot if it wasn't howling. It is living up to its name though. It's pretty foul today, but they've got this big jetty that goes about a couple 100 metres out, and I reckon catch a fair bit of squid off there surely. And you can actually see some tracks going into the sand dunes.
And they do sandboarding here as well.
Yeah, so
it's like a little mini Lanceland.
Yeah, it does remind me a lot of Lanceland. But yeah, anyway, we thought we'd stop in here. It's about 20 k's off the tarmac, so it's not too far out of the way. But we're on our way to Cactus now, which is a little spot called Point Sinclair, also known as Cactus. We hope it's called Cactus. We've never been there before, but we've been told about it, so we're going to go check that out now. If you're coming into Fowlers Bay, the road's pretty rough. Definitely drop your tyres, that's all I'll say. So anyway, let's head on.
So we've just stopped 15 k's outside of Penong. Penong is a little town with that big windmill museum. You've probably seen it on one of our old videos. We've stopped at a little free camp, and the main reason we didn't go into Cactus today was because it's 4 o'clock and we didn't want to pay $37 to go stay somewhere and then practically have to leave. So we're going to stay at the free camp tonight, head out early in the morning, go to that paid camp, Point Sinclair, and then spend the day in Cactus.
I bet you guys are wondering how Keith the Urban has done after these really dusty roads. So you can see it was very clean, the van. Now look at it, it's bloody dusty as. So we've got the dust suppression fan cranking at the moment, and it shouldn't have any dust inside, theoretically. So we'll just show you. But
Look at that, nothing.
no dust. No dust.
But we did lose a seat cover.
I know. That's pretty good going if that's the only thing that's gone wrong. Anyway, we've pretty much stopped this free camp. It's been howling the wind, like pretty much ever since we left Esperance. We've had pretty much a 30 knot easterly in our face. So the fuel economy on Percy has been through the roof. We're actually getting 20 litres right now per 100 k's. So that's absolutely shocking for a 4-cylinder. And yeah, it's not good at all, but it is what it is. It seems to be handling it quite well, the bigger van. Like I said though, it is the same weight as our old van, it's just a bit bigger profile. But yeah, I was really surprised when we started pushing 20 litres. That's pretty much drinking the fuel, but I bet you some 200 series owners and some Y62 owners will just comment and say that's just a Sunday drive for me. So I've got to put it all in perspective. But yeah, Percy is going pretty good, and Keith is officially filthy Keith. I know I did show this in the walk around, but it's a pretty nifty little system. So you just got this little bleeder valve just in here, you just turn that and then away she goes. The roof pumps up, and like I said in the walk around, you can use this time for really useful things like coming into the back of the angle here, grabbing out a coldie, which I've got in these bloody dolphin killers. Crack a coldie, and there she is, the roof's popped up. All you have to do, flick this little pump switch, and Bob's your uncle. So anyway, we're going to enjoy this sunny weather, and we'll get back to you around dinner time. Good morning, guys. So last night was very eventful. We went to bed quite late because of this funny thing you guys call daylight savings over here. It's one of the things we just can't understand at this point. We're feeling jet lagged purely because we're going to bed at WA time and then waking up in South Australia time. We're just not used to it. We're just got to get used to that.
It's only 2 hours difference, but like we just haven't been able to get to sleep at night. It's so light.
It's
Last
crazy.
night was 9 o'clock and it's still light.
Yeah, sun's setting at 9, where we're used to it setting at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in summer. So we're still trying to get used to that. But we've got a bit of a bone to pick with South Australia. So at about 5:30, so for us 3:30, there was just this squawking. These flaming galahs were up the bloody tree right behind the caravan, and they were just screaming. They were so angry. There was about 100 of them, and they were going, "Mah!" And we're trying to sleep, and it literally sounds like someone's trying to kill them up in this tree. I go out there, and they're all just sitting up there having a great time. I get out of bed, wipe the sleep out of my eyes, and then give it one big bloody clap like that, and they all piss off into the sunset. I thought, you beauty, go back to bed. Sarah will be happy. I've just like gone out, you know, been a man about it, got rid of them, come back inside, lay back in bed. At this point it's like 4 AM for us, and the bloody magpies come in, and they I don't know if it was a baby. It must have been a baby. Was it? but it was making the most ratchet sound ever from a magpie. The mum was making that beautiful sound, and it's actually alright to wake up to, but the baby was just going meh, and just wouldn't shut up. So I went outside, I bloody clapped again, they pissed off, and then the flaming crows came in, and then they were going ah, and it was just like, are you taking the piss out of us or what? Like, we couldn't get to sleep last night, and then we get woken up by this rancid noise. Anyway,
You just talked about birds for 2 minutes.
we're feeling really, really crap this morning. Anyway, we were singing in the end. I stoned the flaming crows, and then I went outside, and I thought, if I just sit outside, at least Sarah's going to get a good sleep, because they're going to piss off at the sight of me, and Sarah can sleep. So pretty much Sarah's had a great sleep. It's now 9:30. She's just risen from the elixir of sleep, and yeah, I'm tired as batshit. So anyway, enough of that. We're going to pack up here, and very exciting. We're going to go to Cactus, so that's just down the road. We're also going to show you Penong, which is a little wind farm, pretty much. The amount of windmills they've got there at the museum, we're going to show you that. And yeah, heading to Cactus. We're hoping to get some sugar from the general store as well. Run out of sugar. But yeah, should be a good day.
So we're here at the Penong Windmill Museum. Pretty exciting stuff. This is the Comet, and it's the biggest windmill in the world. How crazy is that? Biggest windmill. Wow.
So I've heard of the biggest sausage roll. I've also heard of the biggest shepherd's pie. And now we're seeing the biggest windmill in the world. So check her out. Like Sarah said, the Comet. Don't know why it's called the Comet, but what a privilege. Absolutely spectacular. I'll tell you what though, she needs some bloody oil. It's noisy as. We have just got to Cactus, so this is a cool little campsite where it's actually owned by someone privately, and then they lease the land out to someone else, and then that person then makes people pay camping fees. So it's $17.50 here a night, which is actually quite affordable. So for me and Sarah, it's $35. They've pretty much just put their prices up $2.50 because they want to build some cool stuff around the campsite. So at the moment they've just got cold showers, some barbecue pits, and a few other bits and pieces. So they're going to put that $2.50 to something to build a bit more infrastructure around here. So that's pretty cool. You can bring your dog to this one. So like I said, privately owned, so there's no dog restrictions, but do watch out for 1080 baits. Not too sure if there would be any here. Sarah,
Is it a WA thing?
I'm not sure. But Sarah is absolutely cooking up a mean feed. So
Got some chili con carne coming.
So I cannot wait to eat this, and Sarah's going to tell you exactly what she's making and how she's making it.
So because we're coming into Ceduna soon, we need to get rid of all of our stuff. So normally I would have just like made a little batch of it, but we need to get rid of all our onions. And I had enough to double the meat and just the onions, but not anything else. So there's a lot of onion in there. But pretty much it's mince, onions, capsicum, oregano, chili, cumin, garlic, Italian herbs, paprika, butter beans, diced tomatoes, red wine, and it's meant to be tomato paste, but that's all we've got. And then I'm going to chuck some zucchini in there to try and like balance out the onion.
How good does that look? Sarah specialises in meals that are super easy to cook, but so so delicious though. And obviously we are a young couple travelling Australia, so we're on a budget, and all the meals that Sarah cook are all very good for budgets, and yeah, the way she does it, she actually uses more money in spice than in mince. And that's why it tastes so good. So
yeah, but the spice lasts so long. We've had that paprika for 6 months now.
Fun fact, before there was money, they used to trade spice. It was a commodity, and obviously some countries benefited a lot from that, countries with a lot of spice, but yeah, that was the money one day, so there's your fun fact. Anyway, this spot is super kept secret apparently, so we got told as soon as we walked in here that you can't film anything. Funnily enough, we've run into ADU, so Aussie Destinations Unknown. Everyone knows them crew, absolute legends, so we're going to go around there for a beer in about 10 minutes time. So one last thing guys, I know I'm flapping the gums a fair bit, but Sarah has been toying with the idea, and I love the idea of it, but thinking about making a $5 cooking ebook, and that's just all things easy, fast, cheap meals on the road, and also delicious obviously. And yeah, it's pretty much straight out of Sarah's itinerary. She just makes all these meals herself and pretty much off the top of her head, and I can assure you they taste delicious. So let us know in the comments if you would buy our $5, well not mine, Sarah's $5 ebook for all the recipes while you're on the road. Let us know what you guys reckon, and then we might just do it. So we need a bit of backing though, we're a bit nervous. Thank you. Tastes absolutely great.
So we're just at Ceduna filling up the water and emptying the tanks. We've been at Cactus Beach for the past few days. It was beautiful. We decided not to film that area out of respect to the locals who asked us just to keep it off the socials. We're just here at the water filling, so if you're ever in Ceduna and you need to fill up your water, you put the dollar coin in, and it might not work straight off, so what you want to do is just give it a big snap wallop and then the water will come out. We're like standing here like, surely it hasn't just taken our dollar coin, and could not figure it out. We're about to leave and Keelan's like, I'll just smack it, see what happens, and sure enough the water came out.
And also I even went to the trouble about getting my Sparky keys out, because I have the same keys to unlock these switchboard cabinets here, to see what's wrong with it. Wyatt took our dollar and spat nothing out at us, so yeah, like Sarah said, just give it a big schmack wallop.
So we've just come into Pelubi Beach. This spot is $10 a night and it's absolutely epic, although it is so busy. We've never seen this many caravans on a beach in our lives.
I reckon there's probably 150 caravans
and no
on this
exaggeration
beach.
for once.
And we'll put the drone up tomorrow when the wind's nice and we'll show you, but right now it is bloody howling. Apparently it's beautiful right up into the point we got here. We're staying with ADU, Chris and Miriam. They're absolute legends. Go follow their channel.
Aussie Destinations Unknown.
ADU for short, and they're on YouTube, Instagram, and pretty much every other social media that I could think of. They've got their brand new van here, and we've pretty much parked ours right in front of it, which is sick. We've just got to worry about the tide. So apparently the tide comes up, and yeah, so that's all we've got to worry about. Good morning, guys. So we've woken up. It's another day at Pelubi Beach, and yes, we're saying it right now. It's not Perubi or Pelubi. It's Pelubi Beach. So the tide came up really high last night, and even tonight is actually higher, and then tomorrow night's higher again. So we might be in a bit of strife here. Probably going to go out and dig a moat right after I stop filming this, but yeah, it's a new day here, and that probably concludes this episode. We want to show you something really special tomorrow. So one thing that happens at Pelubi on New Year's Day is that they have the Pelubi Sports Day, and that happens down the beach here. There's tug of war games, all sorts of chaotic games that are absolutely, well, they sound really fun. So we're going to participate in that and film a bit of it and show you guys what's going on down here.
When you hang hungover.
Yeah, I don't know why they choose to do it on the New Year's Day instead of New Year's Eve, but hats off if people can get up early tomorrow. And yeah.
Well, currently I've been put in the tug of war team. God help me.
I haven't.
I'll be spilling my guts up.
What does that mean if Sarah's been put in the tug of war and I haven't? Does that mean that I'm weak as shit? Oh well, it's alright. But yeah, so we're going to cap off the episode now. We're probably going to fire up the aircon today. It is stinking hot, so we're going to give the iTech batteries a good run for their money. If you want 10% off iTech World products, use our code SKT10. And yeah, we're going to see you in the next episode, which should be a cracker. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. Don't litter, and we'll see you in the next episode.